Without trees, it's a worst-case scenario, but it's one we should think about, considering how dependent humans are on trees for survival. Imagine if there were no more trees in the world. It's an awful thought. No more shady, leafy canopies, no more scented pine needles on the ground, no more flowering magnolias or cherry blossoms, no more protection from frigid winter winds. The world would seem naked without trees. Don't forget to subscribe ElevateX for more facts. Let's get deeper into the topic. Trees are very important because they produce O2 and they make the rain come down. Now let's talk about what would happen if all of the trees disappeared. Firstly, if they do disappear, the air would become much dirtier. Soon, many people would be hospitalized because of the lack of O2. Since trees are the major producers of O2, more and more carbon dioxide would go into the atmosphere, and oxygen would slowly disappear due to the inhalation of us and animals, many of which would not be able to survive without trees. More people still would find themselves unable to cook or heat their homes, given the lack of firewood around the world. Those whose work revolves around trees, whether as loggers or paper makers, fruit growers or carpenters, would suddenly be jobless, devastating the global economy. The timber sector alone provides employment to 13.2 million people and generates $600 billion each year, according to the World Bank. Research also points to the fact that trees and nature are good for our mental well-being. New York State's Department of Environmental Conservation, for example, recommends walking in forests to boost overall health, including for reducing stress, increasing energy levels, and improving sleep. In addition to mediating the water cycle, trees have a localized cooling effect. They provide shade that maintains soil temperatures and, as the darkest thing in the landscape, they absorb heat rather than reflect it. In the process of evapotranspiration, they also channel energy from solar radiation into converting liquid water into vapor. With all of those cooling services lost, most places where trees formerly stood would immediately become warmer. In another study, it was discovered that complete removal of forest caused local annual temperatures to increase by at least 2 degrees Celsius in tropical areas and 1 degree Celsius in temperate areas. The loss of trees would also be mourned on a deep cultural level. Trees are staples of countless childhoods and feature heavily in art, literature, poetry, music, and more. They have factored into animistic religions since prehistory and play prominent roles in other major religions practiced today. Buddha attained enlightenment after sitting beneath the Bodhi tree for 49 days, while Hindus worship at peepal trees, which serve as a symbol for Vishnu. God makes trees on the third day of creation, even before animals or humans.